Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, January 4. Sangster International Airport is to undergo $40 million worth of infrastructural upgrading starting this calendar year. Chief Executive Officer of the airport, Dr. Raphael Ekevarni, says the maintenance and improvement works should be completed within 2 years. The upgrading works are being conducted by Montego Bay Jamaica Limited, operators of the facility. It will include renovation of the ticketing area, the arrivals corridor, and the immigration hall. Over the past few years, Sangster has continuously been improved to accommodate the increase in passenger arrivals, which Mr. Ekevarni says should continue this year.
As a result of the growth of passengers in an unprecedented manner, the growth of passengers in 2017, we were forecasting it to be 4%. We are going to end the year at 8%, which is tremendous. So, as I say, when this happens, things have to happen at the airport to ensure that we can actually welcome passengers and airlines as they should be welcome in a destination like Jamaica.
The first cargo of alumina produced by the Outpart Finery in St. Elizabeth under its new Chinese owners has left the island. The shipment of 35,000 tons of alumina left Port Kaiser at Alligator Pond on Friday, destined for China. It is the first following the resumption of operations in June after acquisition of the plant by China's state-owned Jiquan Iron and Steel Group, JISCO, and comes after a 9-year hiatus. JISCO paid $299 million to acquire Outpart and spent more than $60 million to facilitate its reopening. Mining Minister Mike Henry says it's a sign of great things happening and coming for the sector.
The bauxite alumina industry has experienced a rebirth, the likes of which we have only seen once before in Jamaica. On this trip, it is only supposed to carry 35,000 tons of alumina. But I'm sure when this Port Kaiser is expanded, that'll be a mega ship docking here for almost 4 million tons that will be shipped annually.
Meanwhile, the mining minister has announced that 60 young Jamaicans will depart for China towards the end of February into early March for training in technical operations. They will be the first cohort in a program that will continue at a cost of approximately $5 million.
After successfully completing 1.5 years of training, they will return from China to guaranteed positions with a clear career path to middle and upper management positions.
The program is being facilitated by JISCO. Minister Henry thanked the company for the transference of knowledge through that initiative, as well as its employment of 900 individuals, over 80% of whom are Jamaicans, from top management to maintenance workers. Another 300 Jamaican workers will find employment during the construction of JISCO's new refinery and power plant. Tax Administration Jamaica, TAJ, has so far collected approximately $71 million in outstanding traffic fines and processed 38,000 tickets since the start of the current phase of its traffic ticket amnesty. The amnesty, which started on November 27 last year, ends on January 13. With less than 2 weeks until its conclusion, TAJ says it has begun seeing increased numbers of persons visiting tax offices and logging on to its website to pay outstanding traffic fines. The agency is encouraging persons to utilize its online payment facility to avoid the expected rush at tax offices. Walk-in customers are meanwhile urged not to wait until the last few days of the amnesty to visit tax offices. Motorists must have the outstanding ticket or ticket number in hand to make their payments online or at any tax office. And finally, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has called on church leaders to preach against crime and violence and its undermining force on the family structure. He was speaking at the 13th Annual National Gathering of Heal the Family, Heal the Nation, held at the National Arena yesterday.
You have to bring it to your pulpit. We can't allow much of what is happening to be covered up, particularly the abuse that is happening within families.
He argued that much of these kinds of abuse result in the perpetuation of greater physical abuse, such as beatings from parents who are supposed to protect their children.
If you see something like that, it is not right. It cannot be accepted practice in our culture. We must expose it and preach against it. And if you see someone suffering quietly, reach out to them and help them.
The event was held in partnership with the Jamaica Umbrella Group of Churches under the theme, Jamaica is God's place, so is my house. It brought together members of a number of denominations to pray for the nation, families, and Jamaica's leadership. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.